was talking with them. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. This is the running back, Powell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Third down at 8 now. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time. And now it's second down. They go play action with Brissett. And that is incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play fake, Brissett. Left side here, caught by Clay. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. 23 yards on the play. On play action, Brissett rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And here come the Bills. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position?
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the approach.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken. The early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play call?
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The first down throw for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Second down, Brissett over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Brissett to throw on first. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate, let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They had no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down. New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Come on, let's go!
On second down, here's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Now Taylor. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Bills. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Play action now. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And some room to roam now. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down. That's Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run with Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. On 3rd down, Brissett. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Mack on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Brissett now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Brissett. Hard throw, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go!
Here's Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long, it's Taylor. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Matt Milano in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was just saying, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. In motion, the tight end, Clay. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. staying on the ground with Mack. They find some open field here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In motion, the tight end, Clay. A second down throw for Brissett. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Let's go. Brand 38.
In motion, the tight end, Clay. From the red zone now, Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Brand 38.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, it's McCoy. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Mack. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They run with Powell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. The 30, past the 20, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run. This is Powell. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Taylor looking to throw on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 3 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Brissett. And this one's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leonard Williams. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
They begin with a carry for Powell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. This one taken from the 7. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Brissett now. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down. Taylor, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play action. Now Taylor. He's got Curse. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Darren Lee coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. The first carry for Elijah McGuire. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. They come out here in the I. Here's Powell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out now come the Jets. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They go play action now. Taylor under pressure again, and down he goes again.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Play fake, Brissett. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
On play action, Brissett trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play here for the Bills. 53 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 10 yards still left on second down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, it's Brissett. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Brissett again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and goal. Here's McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills head on.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go again with Powell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, Taylor hit. He lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Complete out right to Kurz. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after the... This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's McGuire. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he fires one incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Brissett, flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over them, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bills continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's go.
To throw is Taylor. To throw on third down. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. The 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, 73 yards. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? All the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Taylor to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And he comes back with one complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Taylor now to throw on third down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Grand 38.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got his man. It's Kearse. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Down the numbers. There he goes. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Play action now. Brissett. And that is incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
To throw is Taylor. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Darren Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Taylor to throw on second down. It's caught on the left side by Curse. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Taylor now on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Curse. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 33 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go!
On second down, Taylor. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Third and long, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go. It's Taylor on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a carry for Mack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. This is 3rd and goal, Brissett, and that will be incomplete as well.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Fourth down, Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that York, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa, and the Cowboys have wound up winning that football game. A win would be their first of the young season. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Play fake. Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first